Hello and welcome back to another episode of Borg Tries to Fix It. I am so sorry I've been gone so long. Life got in the way, I got really busy with things, and the cars kind of took a back seat. But I am back and we need to get this Triumph running. So last time you saw me take the head off the engine and take a look at that and see what needs to be done. So today we're going to get the valve guides pressed out, new valve guides pressed in, and then get the new valves lapped in there and ready to go. So anyway, let's get going. All right, next step is to use the press to get out these valve guides. And then after I do that, we'll kind of clean up the head a little bit. I probably won't show you me cleaning up the head. And then I'll bring you back when we go to press in the new valve guides. All right, so watch along. Just to show you what I'm doing here. So I'm putting this bolt in to press the guide down until it gets right to the edge here. And then what I'm going to do is go back with this bolt, which will kind of ride on the lip, and press it the rest of the way through. Alright, so I'm going to continue doing that all the way down. So I'll continue, get all of these right to the level, and then I'll go back with this one and push them all out all the rest of the way. Okay, putting in the valve guides now. Pretty simple, you know, not much to it with the press here. I did put the valve guides in the freezer overnight, just kind of to shrink them, make it a little bit easier. And I am using a little bit of WD-40 in the places it's going, you know, just to make life a little easier. And then I'm just using a nut that kind of fits in there. And then I have a bunch of washers and spacers that are going to get it to the perfect height that it needs to be up over the deck here. So this is pretty simple. Just gonna kind of get it in place. And then just start pressing down. Yeah, that's it. There we go. so it is time to start lapping the valves in. So here we have the valve. Here we have the compound. And we're just going to put a bead of the compound right around the edge. Alright, beads around the edge. Just going to put a little bit of engine assembly lube kind of right around it so it goes up and down nicely. Down. Wipe off excess so that the suction cup can suction. Alright. Here's our little tool. And you're just gonna suction cup. You're just going to you pull up and down just to kind of reset the lube. And you can hear as you go, the sound changes as it does its thing. Make sure you clean off the excess here. Don't get crap everywhere. Once it gets wet, it's toast. Let's try that again. This is going to take a long time. So I won't bore you. Let me fly through this. This one's almost done. Let me take you in here and kind of show you what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, so just to compare on this is one that hasn't been lapped. You can see this is nice and shiny here. Now on this one we just lapped, we can see a darker spot. I don't know if this should show up on camera, but you can see where it's been ground down right here. And then let me bring you in here and show you. So if we're down in here, and you can see here, nice and smooth all the way around there. So it looks like we got two nice surfaces that meet together, because that's the idea. We don't want any air getting past here. So now I'll go ahead and do this with the exhaust, intake, blah, 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 all the way down. All right, so enjoy watching me do this. For you, it'll look like it takes me a couple of minutes. For me, this is probably going to take an hour. Okay, so I got one cylinder lapped here, both the intake and the exhaust. And so one of the ways to check if you got a decent seal between the two, obviously it's supposed to keep air from going by, but we're going to check with a little bit of water. So you just saw me tap down both of these valves. And then you need to make sure that there's a spark plug put in there. So we'll do that, just to block the water coming out of there. And the idea is, if you got a nice surface between the two, the water won't flow through down into the exhaust and the intake where the manifold would go. So we're tightening this up. Okay, that's tight. And now you're just gonna pour a little bit of water. Alright. So I just poured a little bit of water into it there. Right here. Alright. And now I'll just go look on the other side, and if it's coming through, I would be able to see it pouring down into where the exhaust manifold goes and where the intake manifold goes. Right now we have no water in there. You have to take my word for it. You know, I'll leave that sitting there for a little while and see if it goes down a little bit. I doubt it will. I already did one cylinder before we started this whole thing, and it was fine. So we'll just keep going on down. Keep working away. welcome back. I just finished checking this last cylinder with water. Now I'm taking out the spark plugs. I'll tell you about everything that happened while I was off camera in just a second. So, what I thought would take an hour took 3, per usual. Cylinders 3 and 4 didn't want to seal. They needed to be, ground down pretty good to get everything to fit. But I got it. I think I'm gonna stop this video here. On the next one, we'll put the head back together, put it back on the engine, and fingers crossed we get this thing started up. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.